football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go, come on. Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tailback. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there of 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defense. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Room to run past midfield. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing is Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. That's caught inside the 20. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 42 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He's going to get it running right. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Now he's forced out, and this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
319! Zone.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Finding some room at midfield, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Green 39.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. Past the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And the lead grows to 10-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. Now Hester will get a shot. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach and seems to be bringing a new optimism with him.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them, and he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year, I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. They will really work with this guy, and I think that...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on second down. 20. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Rodgers now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Returnable here for Hester. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Blake Martinez. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, check 26. Jumbo. Moving up.
To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Crosby puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Crosby on now to kick it away. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, Are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He sets to fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score, and the Bears cut into that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here comes Cobb. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, check 26. No.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Wide left.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Green. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Liz. Jumbo! No.
From the gun, Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Green, he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rodgers now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 58.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. This third down just got even more difficult. Third down and 15 after the false start.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Bears on third. 46 yards. They'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Inside.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening, and he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit, Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. keep it on the ground. Green. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
On 1st down, Green, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
58.
Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nick Perry coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They'll run on 1st down. Green. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Green Bay, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.